From Monday, kindly please.
Abichu.
Sorry. From Monday, kindly please give us our prayer. I also believe we should respect God, maintain silence, and let's stand up for a word of prayer.
Praise God. Let bow as I lead us in prayer. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life and everything. Thank you as we dwell in your kingdom and live by your presence. We ask that you strengthen us, restore us, and inspire us with love and peace as we gather here today for the inauguration ceremony of Aweil community in Kenya. Guide us in every step of this occasion. Bless everyone who turn up for this auspicious day. Bless the Electoral Commission, the leaders, and outgoing leadership for the good leadership they have provided. Empower the incoming leadership to restore community to its previous glory. Bless all the members of the community to respect and work hand in hand with the leaders. Be with us as we start this program, and as we end this program, glory and honor will be given back to you. We ask all this in the beautiful name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen, amen. Let's take our seats. Thank you, Mongaram, for a word of prayer. We really appreciate it. To begin, remember, keep time. Time is a liability. We shall begin by inviting our chairperson, the chairperson of the electoral committee, Adimadi Mayor, to come and brief us on the event. Thank you.
Our chief guest, diplomat Bernard Goldwall, representing our ambassador, the ambassador of South Sudan to Kenya. Our special guest, Mr. Peter Musei, chairperson, board of directors at the Consolidated Bank Limited, and your wife. Our special guest, Mr. Thomas Obunde, African Director, Christian Mission Aid, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adima Demayok. I'm the chairperson of the Electoral Committee for Aweil. Today is a very special day for us as a community. Not just that our embassy and the ambassador himself has accepted our invitation and sent a representative to come and grace this occasion, but also in our midst we have invited guests from close by back home and beyond the borders in the host country. This is a very special day because this community on the 2nd of this month held the first election under the reunited 10 states of South Sudan. And today again, 3 weeks later, we are having the swearing-in ceremony for the elected leaders. That is a very special thing as a community we are very proud of. Aweil community is a community that stands and rise above petty differences, and especially divisive politics, the student politics. Of course, we've just come from the election, and I know in the election we had the winners and the losers. And as you can see here today, we stand together. We have already risen above the differences that have been brought about by the election. And that is one thing also I have to send a sincere gratitude to the entire Aweil community for giving us the trust to conduct the election and accept the outcome of the results. So today also is a very special day for our neighboring communities that we have invited. And in our meetings, apart from the special guests, I would want to mention leaders of the communities and also the student leader that we have invited and is in our meetings today. Apart from our chief guests, today also we have the president of South Sudanese Student Association in Kenya, Mr. Aweil. We also have the chairperson of Bar Ghazal Youth Association in Kenya, Garangwan Mabior. We also have in our midst leaders from the neighboring community back home within Bar Ghazal and beyond. Akwal Majid, chairperson of Twin Community. Mahmoud Idwaria, chairperson of Twin Community in Kenya. We also have Daniel Machor, chairperson of Gok Community in Kenya. We also have special friends and former leaders as well. Yueu Malek, the former president of SAC. These are the special guests that I must send sincere gratitude besides our prominent guests for accepting our invitation and grace the occasion today. So, the only introduction I wanted to make today is to thank everyone for turning up. To thank our guests, the chief guest, and also the invited guests, and the entire Inauguration community and the newly elected leadership led by William Deng. The outgoing chairperson of Madingaul community is not yet here, and as she comes, she will be given a chance also to welcome you. So I stand here before you just to welcome you and thank you for gracing this important occasion for a special community. Thank you so much.
My sincere apologies, please. Today we'll use English because we have guests from other states and we have also our Kenyan friends who we have invited and they don't understand our mother tongue. The next person in our program is the outgoing chairperson of Madingaul community, Madam Ayang Chua. Since she's not around, the deputy chairperson will talk on his behalf. Majak, sorry. Please.
Chief guest, special guest, state leaders, president of the student in Kenya, the South Sudanese Student Association in Kenya, the incoming leadership, we are talking about Madingaul. Assalamu alaikum. Riachacha kaping John Master San Majak, Majang Kwal Wal Munquer, and Magpaliet, Ujala Nebun. So, Ovali Koikok, Abatem Batong Koyer, Kupongda Bakay Mix, or Bakalia, Kenala Jam Tong English, Bakyal Palbi. So, today is a great day indeed, because I always say, if I was not born in Madingaul, I would have hated life, because this is the greatest community on earth. So, I know my boss will come and speak, because surely ba nhà chỉ gam chỉ coi cái máy cái cho lên ini ya fursa banyak I know that regularly but when she comes she will speak. What I'm going to do now I'll let you by your oh I will coach panda ogao quanh coffee goran chol kira call go quanh in Aweil state kuba tung malek lol kuba madawayak Aweil state ko interim government in the chok ba ne atin kanke bukawe ben so we bawe late candidate kichwe wo yek trust ba wo yek chance buwe mai ale de baitan we ko ye chandia chi le ba chin pam red god liek awe burut pam ni ya we I chin kidi bare what I know is that there is a time to be born, a time to live, and a time to serve your community. And my time came, and I tried all my best to serve you with a clean heart. There is no one I have stepped on his or her foot and did not say sorry. Because I wanted us, from the time we did the election, to this day, to tomorrow, and many years to come, I want us to remain as one community, one people forever. In Kibik and Beatopanda. So I really don't want to talk a lot, but I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to Almighty God. Knowledge in Rani Bang, who can get you much. I keep checking Kenyan on him, which is that if you are commanding Aweil in chicken mountain chance, but going to Miami call. If you take any wake, where we later there. Kamika will to talk about is this. Oga Kaitok and get they are talking man Kachi take talk. Because they are chicken bear here talk. They talk and come back, you don't have to look back. Kilolan Kitchen, Koika or Quick a buying which I love talking him. Kapan Katong, much in the take. Catching my the same time. I check my Damatok, and I took a pen to bring a look back. Yeah, attack and talk on my own week, the man take below and don't make Kuya, I need a chance to take them. Kuya, a packet cheap on my own. Naja on his chunk of my buy. But she had Yueu and Joe William Gill, and Bow will my little car to bed. Could I never get that day? The young hawk, the young up, Catania Lichin. Came by letting brother William. And a quite key tread. For a quite key tread. Lakini ya call mbi quen bà đen bập thường nhà đi bà tay nằm cái đó cài cô bênคุณอาจจะกระโตกมาเล่นก้อยขาจะกระโจก้อยขาเจ็บกระเกี่ยวใบวิ่งตกอินจารัยอาจจะก้อยขาว่าผู้ดงเก่งกับมันไม่แรงไงกับวันว่ามึงไงกับแม่แรงไงกับมันที่เราพกออกเป็นจอกกุ้งรถมาเนี่ยกุ้งรถแต่พกออกเป็นเร็วลาบุกตกกันบุกละบานยาหรือว่าบุกตกกุ้งมาที่เงาเลยร้านกันนั่นแค่ยังก็ตอนนี้การหน่อยบราดาก็ก้อยขาunite all of them. Big Toy talk, Kiabanda. Kunale Kulonia, which all and Majakulella, Ba, Kajabu, Majua, and Tibakala, Loitani, Machabulo, and Loy. So, in King Batoni Canada, but I know you. Kunyalik, God is very funny, but very nice. Nyalik, are you Yakadam? Kukoraja, George, meeting the lawyer. Manichi yang fursa run karo, kobi yang piaru yang ngot pianich, kobi koci yang koi ka. Kuna ada yang po kobi mau opportunities ini boleh apa yok apa kayok. Akhirnya berarti aja cing menjadi ting kalau kena. Nangin loy, kada micin kuya di Aweil state ini pandan tam. Kubeli ting kalau kena. Nangin loy, kada micin kuya di juba. Kunangi bena lui tina pat bakamai ponti ni tian kada micin ku yati jewan buku hari ni lui biar present jinuk go bank present ayo wala ente ya ente lui tina ka we kai ka jam tai kwa chai nya bole ten ada we po bole ten dan posi ku ken bale we halera takachok olera tele krai wari wi jo pai dan ki malech dan ni we tin ku chewon toan ku ba mi agir yo wer pene tan manaran ta te che manaran ka ke ko ya che kam liu aki nai por ku chang dai ba nen ke ne te ko ni te ke loi ka ke ta le ba ki ben ka ke ke ben ya na le chok pat ka ba ka ben we na le ke cha nyam ping ke wane ga ko diwe aba ke bana madot kuman ko chin bugriel buga kai to upanda ubenya kunya lebih atau ke wekti aja kira ya pai master san majak ngorolan jam kwal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Majak. We will move on with our swearing in now. So now, since the chairman is not around, so our next speaker will be a representative from Twitch, from Warab State, Omodi Nwale, Rutoiba, and Jamro.
Program is so unique. Program is so unique. Program so unique. They know what they're doing.
All the protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
All the protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? I welcome you all, and I will start with an introduction. I'm Aweil, chairperson of Twitch Mayadit community in Kenya. To start my speech, I would like to appreciate or to congratulate the elected leadership that is in place in the name of Comrade William Yueu. With his team, I want to say congratulations to your team. I also want to appreciate the Electoral Commission led by Ademadima York. With your team, I also want to say thank you so much. And congratulations also for the good work done to our whole community. We Madinga will give a week a message on behalf of Twitch and on my own behalf. I want to say our whole community is a role model community to all other communities in South Sudan. The reason why I'm saying this is we all know, and I will explain a bit. Since our communities were taken back to where they belong, because when I was elected as the chairperson of Twitch, Twitch was a state, but apparently Twitch is county. Since all this community were taken back, and actually we went back to 10 states, Aweil was the first community ever to sit down and nominated an interim leadership. And all the leaders, starting from Lord, Aweil and Awelis, both of them surrendered the leadership and say we are living under one leadership, Aweil community. That is a very good one. We all went there, we witnessed, and we also witnessed again on 2nd of this month, this year, when you are doing your elections to elect Comrade William Yueu. Other communities are still stuck somewhere because they have not even accepted or they have not even realized where they are. So, I will keep moving forward and improve and improve. Again, on 2nd of this month, during the election, I believe I was an observer in your election, together with the team right here. And I happen actually to be the head of the observers. I was with Comrade Chairman Daniel Machorma Chek, Alfred Kormajut from Toy, Daniel Machor from Gok, Ayutabi Malek,
And all of you, citizens of Aweil, you gave us the trust. And we were able to do a good job together with the Electoral Commission. Kuga Kiyok, Bama, so again, annual scale that Aweil become. So thank you so much for that. Kipiano Chawo, Chiwo Pek, Kuloduni Tulo, Tichita Yoje. Again, peace, Chiwo Gitan Kore Aweil, quite a Cheloi. A team of Polar in Kanya, especially Koya Polar Gachilo. At peace, not equal Polar. That it so I want to thank in a special way Ranching Mom Mayo. If Mom is here, Mom, if you are here, please stand wherever you are.
It's not there.
He's not around. And what about the talk? Togata. She's not here.
The team is even not there.
And what about Miriam, Mom? She's not here. Well, we will quite trigger because they accepted what is called defeat, and that is how it is. William Yueu, we are here to advise you as a new leader elected, and I have to say you are not new in this leadership because you led before and you are now again in it. What I want to tell you, my brother, is that the common factors in any association or in any organizations, people lead as number one. The other factor are the objective of that association or the organization itself. These people, they interact in order to achieve the objective. If they disagree, you will achieve nothing. There is a structure within that organization or within that association. This structure is needed through interaction and effort so that you can coordinate in whatever you are doing. There is management, which is the administration itself. This management is required to direct the effort of all members to ensure objectives are met. Please, my brother, make sure those things, you keep them in mind and you will succeed with your team. The personalities. We have the type of personalities and we have type A. Type A personality, these are they are very competitive and thrive on hard work to achieve the objective. The type B personality, they are very relaxed. They are very relaxed, work at a steady pace, and do not exhibit a sense of time urgency. These people, they work very slowly, and they are in your team. The other personalities, we have introvert. These introvert people, they look inward, tend to be withdrawn, shy, and prepared to work done. They are just there. Don't push them very hard. You will divide your team. The extrovert are sociable to seek out to others and work with other people. These people, I believe you are that kind of person who is able to seek from outside and work with others. Please keep your team and identify these personalities within your team. And language of the way create the book Chairman Aweil, because Kochidi Mahmoud Bon Mahmoud, Kochidi Kira Kol, and Kochidi Denglino. I was very pleased with you guys. Kukicha Diaradun, CS Angiku, how it goes all of us. Laki Tichiwe Siadu Loive. As much as there are different parties that you guys are in, CS Akajala Bay to the community. You have kept your community first, and this is the most important thing. Ken Yanela Moko Chinti because to Chow La Juba, or Lavana to the national level, we have to Papa Nima Will. We are Juba Nima forever. So keep supporting each other, and William, here it is your chance to unite the people of Mandinga Will and make sure they have elected you at this time, not because you are better than them, but your chance has come. Just like Majaga has elaborated here before, keep that one in mind, that these people, I think, we can reach any time. We really reach any time. We are human beings and we know how we behave. I want also to thank the Madinga Will, youth Madinga Will, everybody in our community. The respect in Changwon, who call you to call the Bible. Please, Jamka, can permit kun cock outside. Or anybody in this hall, can you member of Madinga Will, but I think here will get a learn from here. Because the level like a local Kaya teaching school in yellow thing or kin white by we come and learn through this particular community. So when we do it, I believe Koiko from other state, they will follow this. Kuna le follow me, about ping I thought, Inga police, Wakero Lomadinga will. Akero Lomadinga will. MC, I apologize, but don't pardon me. Now, George, I'm treating I will calculate the hours and minutes that I'm going. I check even at the theater, but the Bajaja commissioner treat me too many Medina will. I apologize for taking my time, but I believe what I'm saying is helping somebody somewhere. So, Kuba welche bagatol bagatiokcho kene leo ten new leadership in Tibet place kuna chuben ko comrade to our brother William with the team in Tibet Madinga will can new leadership again but be leadership tweet the point Ben you really need the heart of these people. During one local culture and fundraising, who did come. And we want to do again. I tell you, they are in a talk here. Go on, Jalil, Gaben, walk the tree in a talk here. Watching you, Benjamin, and call. In case of anything, I will let you know. Thank you so much, and peace be with you.
Thank you, Mamadit. I really appreciate. Now, our next speaker is a representative from Lagos State, Daniel Machwar. Daniel Machwar, if you're around, please. And before that, Team Mayadit Cultural Group, Tatawe, I will prepare because I will be our next. Daniel Machwar.
Le programme.
Yeah, welcome.
You are my check. Deng.
Thank you, MC, chief guest, special guest, guests of honor, invited guests. Good evening. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Daniel, which was my sheikh, chairperson of God community in Kenya. That is my title. To begin with, I will not waste time. I will just speak few things because I'm not feeling well, but I make it to be here because of my friend and his team. I could not support to be here. I'm very honored to stand before you. Very humble diplomat, Barnaba Polinyua. Very humble to stand before you, brother. You are most very humble diplomat. Embassy of South Sudan. To begin with, is just to give William just few advice, the tip few advice. One, Madinga will already chosen you, but when they choose you, it doesn't mean that you are very important than the other team. But it is your time with your team to do tangible thing to Madinga Will community. So make sure those who vote for you, those who did not vote for you, please reunite all Madinga Will and be their leader all. This is advice, William, to you and your team. Make sure you make consultation with community elders and let everybody come to board. Because this is not Madinga Will that I witnessed last time when the election conducted. It's not like this. I was one of the observers, and I have witnessed 680 something or 90 something members whose vote last time. But now where is the 600? So it's me. There are some burning issues which I hate you and you need to solve them. That is what I can say. Now, back to mother tongue, because this is for us. We are not white people. We speak English, but it's not our way. There are some people here who doesn't speak English. We need to feed them with information. South Sudan way. South Sudan way. Madinga Will way. Madinga Will wa chakale and back coin when the makal, Kula no work and Chito Kewe, and a better aka, and near go community way in the Kichanto, dear Kito, because an a top group and dig bed where you pajar one there and chiti permission, don't call the electoral commission. A key Nachi jam call at a little by Yankton, Kaji jam. Kid you want near week. Gogan the Arwing, when get koi kiwing, Kapuna Kaloi. I will chew text. Dia Kiban and Tiban Kaka got a pinta. Where did the man get a zero job? And then the Arwing. Kakita Levia one, Pompe. Jalevia Pompe, Tomlan. Yi koi wa ki chwet, koi ki chwet, mat kai biga koi Madinga Will koi koi ku. Wait to Belwell, Tongdan, Jiem. Here get a year, Baloy. Janichu with the Netherculan, koi pat. We koi ban, Ina Will. Oh, Chien Gata, and koi pin number. Tiene coi cái goodbye tham tiene coi ja yakati. Achin coi ja ipia ke chili we. Akin bija to ke ini ben ke team du bewe bekepat bela will ba ko madi bija ta yichi. Achi jilu ba lu ye ba chat ko coi ko achi be ya coi ku kana chi be pia. Cái này chỉ cái điều ở chỗ cái điều cái coi chỉ cái coi cái cái quen và đây cái này cái đủ cả này điều mà bên đó mà đi ngào win là dia di kurodi by coi dia di kurodi demi cái bên nong en cái cái kiru chiu cái coi đi ngoan cái gặp coi tên by planet Bumading Planet, you quite cocker, communities go Epunia, Planet because I quite quite. If you are doing bad losing work going well, Mading very much, to kill quite to kill where state quanta kay. Kay can a kay level quite Mading, Matkabai, Pujabai to Jan Koya teacher, Kijab young man. Because you have just Louis, but you have Louis to get in there. But Louis, Kakoi did Mading Aweil, who Chapa Mading Aweil, but can now enter below. Kin, a pele in a Chukwai who a Bukade team, you wake out to blood train. And a canoe, a cutter watch in the band. That bad jumping, a bank where Mug wake, Madame Yakio, get team day, a good job a chief low work Madia will, chief them, what a catch low. Culture don't on ever while it's blotten and a jumping, who which he Madame Yakio, who which a them where I with the Benami one tell games of cooling. To where in William Baja Donto, Yakani Jal get him de Bukuer Japing, a Bagal or Donto get him. Bukuer on the one, no ye back at our school from Madinga with Kayak, congratulations to Toyinton get him to Lon Port, Chalua Madinga will 1 year channel. Kakane and Killer Balagi, Tayo or Liu. Alwel kan, jalwel wana jogo bar betul jama below era cikuan jam bayi dia tweet maya, below ma bayi tweet aja call masalah Arab, begini nanti call masalah go. Lagi stage lagi madi, muaring orang walu itu, bermadi. So nak kaya dog go di zaman dan kemudian dan kekuani. Tonight we bring it and a penny goat when it's a penny legs, leg of more dalamari, cabra, and bed, and then wiki. Keneke, we Batal. The last Kuma Jadid and Painan by Tapisa. In a bugot, $100 bugot, we in a ling up Keran Yen Painan, Japan, John McKay. Bayo tunie jan hukuma ekoi ukaya ro support koi ko ga dua daw do le ka kini mai chu ore jam all the time we le ka gam aya gam ana chenga ko le bi mati ga wi la ka bag test ko chan ko ju wen cha ka yo ka yo the same talk communities go coi ai chơi jam lên, cái đèn nó gào ai chơi jam lên, cho bên nam cái lều mà lên là lì bờ lều đổ la cả lì mơ cả cam cái lều này cái nhẹ, cái lên cái cam và thôi cái đi, when it today coi ai rồi support coi community, abu kuma jadi cái in baik saya to cái là di nam cái tên one cam, bin cái cồn. In cái đó can bản thực quê quay cái lấy còn bữa đuôi cái quê đó mà tên ngoài đàn nhang Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, the chairperson from Gok community. Next in our schedule, before I invite the next speaker, I want us to recognize the presence of our famous singer from Junub, Kimo Makem. You are very welcome. Meanwhile, as the next speaker comes in, Gear West, please prepare yourself. After the next speaker, you come and perform. As I invite the chairperson of BYA community in Kenya, Mr. Garamwol, kindly come give us a few words.
I think I will. They say the frog jump according to the legs, so I will stand easy. The chief guest, the special guest, and my good friend, Peter Olemuse, the chairperson of the Board of Directors, Consolidated Bank of Kenya, our guest of honor, Thomas Obunde, SAC President, community leaders, and a special person, the wife to Peter Olemuse, mothers, state leaders, outgoing leadership, and incoming leadership led by my dear brother, Yueu, and the community at large. Good evening.
Good evening.
Before I say what I would like to say, is that I'm someone that is very cautious when it comes to hierarchy. So I do not know how the program was, and I've seen my close friend, Aweil Majut, just for confirmation if the commission has not forgotten about him. So may he say something before I say a word? Aweil Majut is the chairperson of the community in Kenya. I cannot speak before hearing what you have to say. Please, may you honor me and come forward. Thank you.
She organized, but it's not cool.
John Palmer, you know, where can I get gas and call my dude?
Yalban.
We got check up both, but in Aweil and Chibajamapai. This is my chairman. If you have a problem with him, you have a big problem with me. Thank you so much. We got check up both when we're going, but in Aweil. Kubalwell, I can care over. To my brother William Yueu, I have been a chairperson for good 15 years in Kenya. And I have experienced a dangerous thing and good thing. There was a meeting conducted in a room that had only one door. And the people invited me saying, let a call come. If I don't come, no one could speak. If I come, my life will be risk. And I'm now the chairperson. I risked my life and I went. When I took the mic and speak, the door was open to me. My brother, let me tell you one thing. The only thing you can do, be honest with the people of Aweil. That will serve you. Another one. A time will come for you to disagree with them. That is the time you need to do a right thing. Do not cheat them, my brother. You will be in danger. To close, because I have not been giving a minute. Be clean, my brother. We have a problem somewhere there, and your hand is not clean. We have a small school called Sudd, and that Sudd, I have seen challenges there. And that challenge is, my brother, I wanted you to remove your hand. Anything you see daytime and you ignore it, it will hand you at night.
Okay, apologies to the commission if I went against your program. I just want the things corrected. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm called Garangwal Mabior, and I'm the chairperson of Bahari Ghazal Youth Association in Kenya. For clarity purposes, I would like to make some things clear to our guests. We may be biased to assume that Mr. Obunde and my dear friend Peter Olemuse, it would be so biased to assume that they know the geography of South Sudan. So let me assume they do not know, and beg you to let me tell them exactly what it is to be called a Aweil community and what it is to be called Bahar al-Ghazal. To the three guests and the rest that I may not be able to recognize, Bahar al-Ghazal is South Sudan is comprised of three regions. We have Equatoria, and we have Upper Nile, and we have Bahar al-Ghazal. Now these three regions are like Nyanza province in Kenya, and the central province and other provinces. So we break it down, we will have states. So northern Bahar al-Ghazal is a state from Bahar al-Ghazal region. And this region is the one that has produced this community. So we normally feel good when we affiliate ourselves to those in Kenya because they came from that place. So my dear friend, you are part of us. For affiliation purposes, Peter Olemuse is an ILOT, so he is also part of us. I'm so happy that they have honored our invitation. The community, last time we had election, if any of you was there, I spoke for about 1 minute. Today I intend to speak for 15 minutes. The reason being, there are some things that cannot be said when the intention is different. One thing is the fact that we are here for the purposes of education. And if you walk on the way and find some things that need your attention, you pay attention to. A time in life, there was a young boy that wanted to know exactly what God has written in his destiny. He stepped out of his compound, looking for any wise man to advise him. In the process, he remembered around his village, a lot of people talk of a certain wise man, and he was probably given a direction by his village mates to go to that wise man. He left his house, went to a quest to find that white man. Coincidentally, he found the white the old wise man in the cave. He approached him. The wise man had a chat with him. For some minutes, he was told, whatever is in your destiny is within that village where you come from.
Okay.
Now he was so surprised. He did not know why was this wise man that has been praised by almost everyone had to tell him something. That same village square. He has grown up there, and he used to think sometimes in the future he will find his destiny somewhere else, not in the village. He came to the village. Through the advice of the wise man, he was told, go to that village square, look around, you will find your destiny there. He came back to the village square, looked around. He couldn't see anything apart from some ugly shops and people selling metals, people selling ropes and woods. He was so much annoyed with the wise man. Somehow he took wise man to be a misconceived wise man, literally not a wise man. He was disappointed because he stood there around, looking around, and he couldn't see anything that he wanted. He did not see anything important around that village to be his future. He got mad and went back. Went to look for the wise man to express how badly he is disappointed in his wisdom. Reaching to the cave where he found the wise man, that old man had disappeared, he wasn't there. He didn't know what to do next, other than to go back to that village square. As he was going back, every time he taking a step, the flash, the view of those ugly shops in his village kept on appearing in his mind. He look around, he walks around, the only thing he could remember are those ugly shops and ugly looking people selling funny things. He kept on moving, only on his way to hear music playing. He was attracted to the music, so he went to where that music sound was. He joined the music only to discover the instrument that produced that nice music were made from wood, metal, and fibers. He stood around, he still did not see the logic behind. When he kept on enjoying the music, he discovered back way then as he was growing up, he used to admire artists. So he dreamed of one time becoming a musician. When he saw the beauty of making the instrument from wood that the wise man has told him to go and look around, he realized the wise man gave him the best advice that he kept ignoring. He literally picked up that passion and he discovered what he used to think as a kid. He is literally to be a great musician. He picked up his passion and within a short time, he became a very great musician. The reason why I'm telling you this story, I understand that we left our country. We came here purposely for education. We have had people picking interests in other things. Like my close friend, Yueu, some, like Kimok Makem, have discovered their passion in music and they are probably making it. We have pastors, they are practicing their God-given skills here in Kenya. What I want to say is this, whereby the village that we left home, I wish there were some elders from a Aweil community here. I could say exactly how I wanted to say what I intended to say. Education-wise, we came here to Kenya for education. But statistically, if you look around, majority of the citizens from northern Bahari Kazal, of which they belong to this community, they have a strong quest for education, but whatever it is, no one knows. Second, if you look at the statistic of our community back home, our performance in education as community is a little bit disappointing. I need it one time. I did not hear that, but I assume it is time. Yeah. Well, someone said something very interesting, that you need to take note of what was started by our doing leadership, which is the scholarship. Take that serious, my friend, and extend it back home. I don't know whether we need to be honest, but sincerely speaking, our community needs to take note of education. The wars that we used to fight, these are the current, they are not the current wars that we need to focus on. Let's focus on education because it is the only thing that will make our community a greater one. To our mothers here, Aweil everything. Aweil the wise man. The thing with man, called man thing called, you'll put loy bulakaye. Lord, keeping, we know your value. Continue being with us, continue advising us, and continue supporting your young people. To my young brothers and sisters, that little young man that wanted to know what God has written in his destiny, the thing wasn't clear until he took an initiative. Whatever dream that you have in your heart, do not shy away from taking that step. William Yueu has taken the step to lead. You don't need to be a chairperson to help your community. Whatever little idea that you have, please initiate it, benefit your community with it. To the incoming leadership, congratulations. May God bless you. I know I'm a boring speaker. I'm not a comedian, and I would wish to dance with you later on. Before I step down on the stage, Aweil community, on your behalf, please, may we stand up for 1 minute in honor of Diplomat Bolnyol, just for 1 minute, please. Aweil community. The reason why I'm doing this is that it is part of human life to appreciate someone when they are gone. In a special way, on behalf of our Youth Association, there is nothing greater than always seeing Diplomat Bolnyol. If anything connected to sickness, he is always there. Anything connected to any other issues related to police custody, he is the first man to run to. So in actual sense, he is our most senior chairperson in this community. May you have sick and may God bless you. Yeah, I have nothing to talk much with you, but if you want to be a president of South Sudan, next time, put me in your campaign team. The last thing as I step down, I need you to know this person better. He's called Ole Musei. He's a very great person. If there are things the community should be doing, invite him. May God bless you, and may God bless the whole community. May God bless South Sudan. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson of BYA community in Kenya. At the back of our mind, we know too much talking without a break in the middle actually won't grab something from it. Right now, I'll leave the stage to my brother, Yueu, please. And be brief, only 2 songs. Let's observe time. It's also a liability. Yueu, please. Yueu.
give Yueu a chance to speak, and then after that we had planned to break the protocol because we have invited guests from the host community, and I understand that we failed to come on time. This ceremony should have finished by 5. And because of that, I would kindly request the community, and especially the chief guest, to allow me to break the protocol and invite our 2 friends. I will start with Mr. Thomas Obunde, his African Director, Christian Mission 8. Thomas Obunde, kindly welcome, please.
Good evening. Diplomat Manaba, Mr. Peter from the Sudanese Bank, South Sudanese community, community from the Aweil people, the fellow Kenyans here with me, the larger Sudanese community that may be present. Thank you for inviting me to come and briefly, and I'll be very brief. In fact, I had written a small write-up here. I'll put it aside, and I'll take a minute or 2, speak briefly, and then run to another meeting at 6 in Karen. I came in at around 1:30. Finding parking was a challenge. I ended up finding it at 2, then found my way here. I'm very pleased for your achievements as Sudanese community. I have dealt with Sudanese in general, South Sudanese partially, and I must make this comment: you're very difficult people. And it doesn't matter what angle one comes from. One has to be very tactful how they deal with you. I have only known this man called William for 2 months. 2 months like this. My connection with William comes from Canada, not even here. I never knew him before last year, November, end of December. And a person that works together with CMA, that sends funds through us to the school that he alluded to, Sudd Academy, communicated and wanted us to carry out some functions. And they mentioned and said, Mr. William will contact you, please work with him and see how you can work together to solve whatever problems that are there. And so William came with a group of, I think, 4 that introduced him. But this is William. One of them was a former student at Sudd, and the others were community leaders. I have tried as hard as I can to understand that the description that he's given about the Sudanese community, especially how you are broken down, but I've failed to understand how many chairpersons you have in your communities. That is where I have failed. But I'm learning. And I'm looking forward to getting to meet as many chairpersons from different communities as possible. Because in understanding them, you understand how different communities do work and how they try to solve the different problems. One of the things I must say that I'm pleased about is how you work so hard to achieve communities that are peaceful, that are secure, that all can feel they belong to, and all can feel they can be part of. And I pray that for you, Mr. William, and your team, as you chair your community, that you try to make sure that even those who didn't vote for you find room in your being their chairperson. Even those who do not support you, find room in finding service from your office and your board as you serve them. And as you do that, they will find room to also accept Even though you are not their favorite choice, accept that you are the leader the community has chosen. And I believe it's for a period of 2 years. In that sense. But serve them with a sense of understanding that time is never on our side. But as always, time is a challenge in trying to achieve your MOU and all the vision and purposes, objectives that you've set out to do in that short period of time. Please be cautious of those who may not be able to speak for themselves. Especially when your real supporters are louder, they are more visible, and they are actually more aggressive than those that may not necessarily have been the selected, or those that selected you as a leader. Let me share with you a couple of things that I pray will help you and your team. And this is what I do as I lead a team of 315 people that serve Christian Mission Aid in South Sudan, in Kenya, and in Uganda. Be a servant leader. What does that mean, really, to be a servant leader? Just serve. Anybody who serves because they have a position. Positional leadership is the weakest leadership one can ever have. If you can serve without a title, then you are a servant. It will look this way. As a servant, have empathy. Be compassionate to others. Be selfless. Serve even when you're not going to benefit from it. Keep to that, be humble. It doesn't mean that humility is being trampled upon by anybody that comes. I thought some friends, especially some in the community, from the Sudanese community, would assume that being humble is being, let me stamp on you because you're supposed to be humble and you're supposed to listen to me. So leadership and humility doesn't necessarily mean that you be trampled upon. Be firm, but be humble as you do so. Okay? Let me also mention that work at being authentic. In doing so, collaborate. Here is where you need to bring those who didn't vote for you. That you may be right, but find out what's their view and bring it along and see how it can merge with yours so you can lead them together. If you can be able to collaborate with them in a caring way, in a compassionate way, in an honest way, as you're being open-minded. Don't be closed in to your decisions and not listening to theirs. Be open-minded, listen to theirs. That will require patience from you, because dealing with people is the most challenging thing. And you may sing the right song, but unless you patiently wait for them to understand the tune, they may never understand the message in the music. So take time to be patient as you're also self-aware of what's going on with you. Some principles I'll let you understand and be with is encourage diversity of thought. Diversity of thought encompasses a myriad of traits. And as many people as you lead, you'll find as many thoughts available for you to listen to. Encourage the diversity that you have available for you. Create a culture of trust. Mistrust creates fear. People don't trust you. They're afraid of any decision you make, even though it's a good one. Trust is one of the hardest things to regain once it's been broken. So I pray that you'll be able to have a culture that's created of trust. But also have an unselfish mindset. One that is not about you, me the leader. This morning I was cleaning a garage that is owned by Christian Mission Aid. And my staff don't know I was there cleaning a whole garage, 800 by 800 square feet. I got men from other places. Monday they'll come and find a clean garage, but they will not know who did it. It doesn't have to be about me. I could pick any of the 315 and say, hey, I'm summoning you to the offices at the headquarters in Aweil, down at the garage. I need that place clean by Monday morning. And they will run there and do it. But remind yourself, it's not about you. It's about serving other people. If you want to become a servant leader, these 10 characteristics must become part of you. Listen, have empathy, be willing to be aware of other people around you, So always have a 360 mentality, who's around me. So you are seeking how to serve them. Persuasion. When they're not really on your side, find ways to collaborate and persuade them to come towards your side. Have a foresight that is beyond just who is on your room. And then, be a good steward. This has been given to you. Do not own it. You're just but a steward. One of the problems we faced over the years with our small school called Sudd Academy is the mentality of ownership. The assumption I own it. You don't own nothing. You're a steward of it. And a time comes when a steward must return that which has been given for them to be a steward of. When that time comes, are you willing to say, I've led you for 2 years, I was just but a steward of it, I'm willing to help the next person come and lead this great community. I pray God's blessings to you. I pray God's blessing to the Sudanese community. We are your friends here in Kenya. Everything that's accessible to me is accessible to you. If I break the law, I'll go to jail. If you break the law, you'll go to jail. So just know that whilst you are in this beautiful land, enjoy every access, education, opportunities, just as I do. Be always competitive. Work on yourself to be the best you, so you can be able to be placed there with the very best and get the opportunities to be able to do that which others can do also. Never fear and never ever walk with those who are not willing to be accountable to others. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas Obunde. Please let us appreciate Thomas Obunde again. Now again, like I said, we have to break the protocol because our Kenyan guest will be committed somewhere shortly. So let me also now invite the Chairperson Board of Directors at Consolidated Bank of Kenya Limited, Mr. Peter Muse.
Thank you. I think this one is for the tall people. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You must have learned a few of Swahili words. Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Thank you so much. I think I will be very brief, and I will be very brief because my brother Obunde, you've said all. In fact, all that I wanted to say, you've said. So if I sit down, I think I will be done because you've really given the right advice. And they say that the sharp and the wise will always grasp what is for the wise. I want to believe that you've got your message well delivered at home. So maybe just to introduce myself, my name is Peter Olomuse. Ole simply means one or of. That is according to the Maasai people. I am from the Maa community, and my brother Deng said that I am an Nilot. Yes, I am plain Nilot, an original one. The only problem is I'm not tall. Not sure why. And together with me is my beautiful wife. She's there. I will request her maybe just to stand and wave. So the ladies from the Nilot communities, you're well represented from the Maa community as well. Right, so I am the chairman of the board of directors of Consolidated Bank. And I happened to have met my friend Garang several years ago when I was doing campaigns in Kajiado North for a parliamentary seat. The young man was so active, and he was so vigorous, really campaigning for me, seriously campaigning for me. And I had a very special team that was well coordinating and doing the strategy work. And at one point I had to ask, who is this young man who speaks so well? I was also concerned because I didn't hear him at any one time speaking any Swahili word. So he was only addressing the people in English. That is how our relationship began. I must say that sometimes age difference doesn't make any difference at all. What matters are the relationships that we build. Since then up to date, we've been tagging each other along. The other day when I was appointed by the president to chair the board of Consolidated Bank, he was all over, standing by my side and walking along together with me. I must appreciate the fact that you've brought me this far, that again today I have met another community that I will be proud to be associated together with. Why don't we clap for that? So I think I will not say much, and more so to the new leadership, but just to say congratulations once again. And I will only tell you to take serious heed of the advice that you've been given by my brother. Leadership is simply a service. It's not a favor. It is just a service to humankind. This is the much that you can do to yourself and to the people that have elected you. But I would like to pose a challenge, considering that you are from South Sudan. 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, if I'm not wrong, I went to Argentina. Argentina is in South America. And I stayed there for a couple of weeks. And when I was coming back, when I was checking out at Buenos Aires at the airport, one person, one attendant reminded me that when you leave, or rather when you exit the airport, back to your homeland, please do not carry back our money. They call them pesos. Don't carry back our pesos. I never understood why, and it wasn't adding up. Well, I had quite a number of these notes of pesos in my pockets. And of course, I went to the counter at the airport and exchanged them with euros and others with dollars. I really never understood the concept. Why should I not go back with the pesos? By coincidence, I still had others, few of those notes at the back of my pocket. And I remember I was connecting my flight from Buenos Aires to Netherlands, that's Amsterdam. So when I was in Amsterdam, I happened to see that I'm still carrying some pesos. So I decided that I'm going to walk to the nearby bank that is still within the airport, that is in Netherlands, and change them. So I walked to the nearby bank, and when I placed the notes on the table, on the counter, the attendant, of course, showed a sign that she's not comfortable with the notes that I had placed. And she told me that when you are seen with this, you can even be arrested because you're supposed to have left this back in Argentina. And so I kept the money back in my pocket. I brought them to Kenya, of course. I still have them to date, and I have nothing to do with them. What message exactly am I trying to deliver? East or west? Home is always best. You could be on your comfort zone. You could be having all. You could be happy. But east or west, remember where you came from. You came here because of a purpose. Can you also purpose to deliver the purpose back home and make it a purpose? I do not want to sound a little bit harsh, but I just want to be very practical with what I'm going to tell you. Kenya will never be your home. South Sudan will always be your home. Kenya is your home. Just like myself when I was there. I had all the pesos. I used them. In fact, I enjoyed. I had every fun. I went to northern Argentina, bordering Chile, bordering Santiago, that is on the farthest north. I had all the fun. Using all your money. Took the best rides, the best flights connecting all over. But when I was living at the airport, they told me to leave their what? Their pesos there. I don't know how you take this story. As a community, Congratulations once again for coming together as a community. But it will be more important, more important, if your unity becomes a unity of a purpose. Beside education, beside other objectives that you have, the wonderful leadership that you have, broaden up. We have short-term objectives, we have long-term objectives. Broaden up. Broaden up your objectives. Don't limit to what you are doing here. Expound it further and look at it at a bigger picture. Tomorrow we want to have this sitting and this celebration in South Sudan. And finally, the Bible talks about, for those who are Christians, and I want to believe that majority of you are, the people that we call them the Pharisees. The Pharisees in the Bible were called the Pharisees because they could see far. That's why we call them the Pharisees. Pharisees were the wise men, and anything that they ever wanted to do, they will go to the Pharisees for consultations. But the Pharisees had one big challenge, big challenge. They could never, ever believe unless they see miracles. They couldn't believe unless they see a miracle happen. They could never, ever believe. To the wise men that were elected, you are the Pharisees. Don't be guided by miracles. Be guided by the servantship in you, so that you may give the best to the people that gave you that opportunity. I will extend my invitation to the leadership. I want to invite you to my office in Consolidated Bank for a cup of tea. From there, we can always see what is this that we can do together. I want to believe that there are many things that we can put our heads and do together. What it is, I don't know, but you know it better. I always like saying that you can be a very good storyteller, but you can never tell a story that you don't know. About what you need to know, you know it best. I will be willing to work together with this community. Number one, I am a Nilot like you. Number two, you had invited me because you wanted me to be with you. And because I was invited, then I'm inside the house. Those of the same opinion say aye. And the ayes have it, isn't it? And finally, may God bless you. I am really happy, and I do not take this for granted to be here this evening. May God bless you so much. I'm looking forward for many other engagements in relation to this. God bless you. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Today, as a community, we are happy to have hosted important members of the host community to grace this event. And I think Yueu, in his leadership, has started building a strong bridge between us and the host community. And I believe the two prominent guests we have here today, the relationship we have started building will grow and become stronger. Thank you so much. A round of applause for them, please. Before I hand over to MCs, lengi awi bare to moja. Leng markwa tapingon ka tirut wir be jol ko 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 matkwan pinin ru ko dia chan te chike tokten ka tek da ba jal. Na e kitoke barnami dun bu ko ko ka ya wi ba ko ke karo ka won ke chike cham taping ya won ku ba ka tie na wi dan be jal ka jal zaman de tin ni ar be jal. So markwa toka barnami ke karo kuting randi tatatin ya ko won wi ba atatin. Okay, kalas chini yandi du ben lo de ko ko bro lo bala ba ka chor bi benten ku mar ka karo ba ka ro ko and I think abaga ya yen pusa na ku ke gen bi ja ga le bi ja so mar kwa ko yun ko ko le I think in ke di lo bu gam ko pa ga because la kwa ro ko mi ku di ko wa da ku yo malai kwa so William please Sorry, I was trying to brief our mothers. They have prepared a special gift in terms of, I think we shall say it shortly. So they have found that there is that for you, and as they prepare for them to come to the stage or to the platform to give you the present, let us just give them 1 minute to prepare. And I think I will ask, okay, please, Mr. Peter, I'm trying to coordinate something very important here because there's a gift for you. So I wanted to speak in our dialect so that our mothers can fully understand that it is the time to present the gift we have for you, and thereafter we can ask you to leave at your own pleasure. So please, just 2 minutes as they make the final arrangement for that, and I will invite you over the stage for that presentation of the present. So Marwa, like I hope about in my life when Patape, and Koika Koiti by the way. Chamadanchi, and Thomas, I'm going president of Chipol, and I think William Chikapatachilo Tono community. Yen Malaysia and Jaloka Jam, we don't agree, but in the Buran and tell Chen because we are winning. So, with Marwa, I think quite a bit of Marwa there. I think woman that very okay. Who I look at you pay your template. Natural on chin a lot. A cocoa and coin period will template. Please. And I can just. I think I will ask our two special guests. Mr. Thomas Obunde to come forward, and Mr. Peter Musei and his wife, his lovely wife indeed, to come forward as well. Please. I'll just continue making more introduction on the kind of present we are giving you today. I have lived in Kenya for nearly my lifetime, and I think this gift is not so valuable, but it is one of the most special gifts that we give as a South Sudanese community. They are bed sheets, branded by women, and if once on the bed, I think you will be happy. So please, cameraman, Koi Busur, Bakasur. And I think I will also invite William Yueu, Yala chief guest, Ben Suruke, the Chicken Walkout. Please, chief guest, Abukar Walkout, who chief guest of Bajol, Ben Suruke, Marwa Laika Losura. So these are the special gifts we give to our guest, our special guest. And today I believe you are our special guest. This is the best we can give you as a community, and it is always the best gift we can give to any guest who come to our ceremony or those friends we want to build a strong relationship with. Mr. Thomas Obunde, please clap for them. Mr. Peter Musei, and his lovely wife. Thank you so much. Now, just for 1 minute, I want to invite Chairperson-elect, because he's the friend to the guest and our chief guest, just to take a photo with them, and then from there, I'll hand over the program to the MCs. Oh, there's more coming. This is amazing. Yeah. Cameraman, and the voice room, please, because we're okay, especially camera Aweil, they are the road going out and going to Bello again. Camera Aweil, that's your father. I think they have Jeremy, back Jeremy. Just a minute, I Take the photos, please. Take the photos. And I think we are going to share with them. Cameraman, we had a cameraman here. I think for this event, we can hire some few photos for this special guest. Please, quickly. Thank you so much, everyone, our guests. You can sit.
Pictures now. 20 SP. Pictures. Anybody wants a picture? I'm making money now.
Jalan business.
More people want to take photos of them?
No.
Time.
I
think that should be the last photo shoot we have. Now, before I hand over to the MC, allow me to, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate our two guests, Mr. Peter Musei, Mr. Thomas Ogunde, and a special woman, the wife to Mr. Peter Musei. As a community, Mading Aweil community in Kenya, that's our name. And I think as time goes by, we will continue building the relationship through William, and we will get to know more between the community and the host community, the Kenyan community. So at this juncture, I would want to say, please, thank you so much for attending and gracing our event. And we can allow you to leave at your own pleasure. Thank you so much, please.
Not good selection. Good selector. It's a good selector. It has bad selection. You play songs. What it is about. Yeah, I love